Hi, I'm Jess, and today I'm going to review A Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. The reason I'm going to review this is because it is such a hyped up book, but I've not seen any reviews of this book very much. I've seen people raving about it, but I've never seen a review of it, apart from Christine at Paul Madonna's book talk, but you can't really watch that without spoilers. So I thought I'd better do a review. I love this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, but I was so skeptical going into this book. I'd been putting it off for a while. I've been telling myself that it was because I wanted these covers and I didn't want the other covers, and that was why I wasn't gonna buy it. But really, I just really didn't think I'd like it. And for the first like 50 pages, it's so confusing, but once you get into it and understand the world, it's so good. So it's about a girl who has grown up living with monsters, but she doesn't see them as monsters. She has grown up with this species called the Chimera. Chimera, I don't know how to pronounce it. But she's been like once she grew old enough, she became like an errand girl for one of the Chimera, and she would go and collect teeth from people, like animal teeth, human teeth, whatever. But now she's got older and she lives in Prague and she's an art student, and she's still she has her own apartment, but she still goes and visits her Chimera family and still does errands for them, and she's starting to question what is going on. And then she meets this angel who changes her worldview forever. And the one thing I love about this book that I thought was so intriguing is this bit. This is the first page. Once upon a time, an angel and a devil fell in love. It did not end well. This book is told in third person, but in a kind of dual perspective between the main girl character, Karu, and the angel that she meets, Akiva, I can't pronounce his name. And through Akiva, we get to know his past, which kind of intermingles with it. And I loved the plot twist. I loved finding out what Karu really was and why these monsters had been keeping her for so long. And I really enjoyed the world and the Chimera and figuring out like the wars and stuff like that. But I really feel like this is, I don't know if this is the reason why there haven't been many reviews, but I feel like this is a book where going into it blind is a good thing, because I didn't know anything about it, but you learn about it quickly. I thought the only thing I knew about it was that it was set in Prague, it was a fantasy, and that's all I knew, and I'd written it off because of that, and I don't even know why, because it was so good, and I don't know why I could have possibly written this off as an I'm never gonna read this, because it was so good, and I don't understand my logic. I also like the back. It says she'd been innocent once, a little girl playing with feathers on the floor of a devil's lair. She wasn't innocent now. And I can't wait for the next book. I really want to know what goes on. I have it, Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor, but I haven't read it yet. So that is my review of A Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.